Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, inshallah, we continue with our lesson number 4. And today, what I want to discuss is a little bit about the basics of the word again. And our focus is noun, as we had said in the past. So, what I'm talking about today is the nominal ending of a noun. So, that's what's the focus for us today is what in the natural state, what does the noun have? And look, our focus was what? Our primary focus has been, I'm going to write it here, is the ending. You have to recognize the ending of a word. Okay, so with that said, the other thing that I want to point out about this is when this is the ending when nothing is influencing the word. In Arabic, you have to look at what is influencing a particular word. And that we'll talk about that later, inshallah. But at the moment, just focus is the word and understand, and our focus is recognition of this in the Quran. So we will go step by step. So the natural ending that's going to be, or the nominal ending is going to be represented by tanween or one dhamma. And tanween, remember we said, is going to be in the indefinite stage, and the dhamma is going to be in the definite stage. Okay? Now, let's refresh our memory on the examples that we use. So the examples we used was what? It was kitabun, right? Again, I'm going to go and that's what I was referring to right here. And the next word we're going to have here is al-kitabu in the definite condition. Okay? So that's al-kitabu. See how this is definite and this was on the left is indefinite. So that much we understand. So if you see in the Quran any word that's coming as we have identified with either tanween in the indefinite stage or with one dhamma in definite stage with an alif lam, then you can have a good chance of at least identifying a few words. Now you may not, it'll take a little bit of time to practice and to recognize other words that may have maybe exceptions or are actually following different rules, but this is for a noun. This is how you recognize that. Now, the other thing I want to point out is you could have this word also come in different forms. If you remember, the endings can change because we are talking about words whose endings are changing. In nouns, that generally speaking, in this case, these nouns, their endings are changing because they have tanween here. So how else can they come? So let's look at this here. Kitabun in the Quran can come as a kitabin. If this is now a discussion on when it's influenced by some word before it. Okay? And in the definite stage, state is going to look like al-kitab B. And let me correct the colors here. Kitabi and okay. Now also it can also come in as kitaban. You will see in the Quran nouns will come in the condition with two fathas. Now when that's coming in the definite stage, then you can see that it'll be al-kitaba. Okay? Again, notice what's happening here. The two tanweens or the tanween is turning into a singular haraka in all those scenarios because we're going from indefinite to definite. Inshallah, absorb this. You will see why I'm doing this when examples come. In the next lesson, my plan is to share examples from the Quran, and then you will understand So then I'll help you recognize the words, inshallah, in the coming lessons from the Quran itself. So we'll open the Quran and go through it. But absorb this for the time being, that in the most natural state, when it's not influenced, so the first case here is when it's not influenced, right? This is not influenced. Then it's coming into by another word before it. Sorry, not influenced by another word before it. Then it's coming in this most natural state. And this is the most natural state here that we're talking about. This is the most natural state, okay? And then when it's influenced, then it can change, because these are declinable words. They can change, and those changes will mean something. And inshallah, you will come to know. So hopefully this was helpful. It still summarizes definite and indefinite. Inshallah, in the next lessons we'll go through the examples. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.